This is a quick demo of progress on the AFM paper mapping tool. So what we have here is a very basic, very plain list of all of the papers, which is generated from a spreadsheet, which I'll show you in a minute. And we have the proposed layout is we have the paper code, the title. These are various labels. The colours are not particularly meaningful at the moment, but we have whether it's oral, poster or demo, what project and task, where it is on the schedule. These names can be whatever we decide, and these are the authors. In this case, the star means that's a student, so this is a student-led paper. And then for each paper we have the abstract, which we'll be able to very easily add a keyword search for. We have some details. In this case I've made up some links to papers. This doesn't particularly work. We need download links in this area as well. And we may also list down here, for example, the affiliations, so relist the authors, and then list the organisations that they work for, so IBM, UCLA, whatever. All of these are clickable, so you can use these to filter. And then we've got the embedded videos. Now this is one from Vimeo, and down here on this paper we've got one from IBM, so you can click, for example, here and it will start to stream the video. Obviously that's quite small, so you can click to make it full screen and then come out. So
engaging with clients remotely has never been easy.
So that's actually very, very straightforward, and we just need to put the URL of each video into the spreadsheet that generates this. So for example, let me click on this person here. We've now filtered down to just the 3 papers that they have. But what we really want to do with this is work out the layout and the look and feel and make all of this useful. If you click on a second user, so now we have 13 papers, so we're effectively filtering by papers that contain either of those things. And I can click on this little X here to get rid of them. I think this only works in Chrome at the moment, by the way, but it's only taken a few hours to get this far, so it won't take long to make it better. We can filter by, for example, the time period. I've only actually got one in here, but we would ideally identify every time period that these occur on. So let's just quickly look at the schedule. So I'm thinking we would have a clickable page like this, and this would be, for example, Monday, time period A, B, C, D. And behind each of these there would be one or more papers. We might want to think about linking it up to when the peer reviewers can follow up with the researchers, allow them to contact us to book a slot or something like that. And so this would be an interactive clickable version that would effectively take you back to this list, but filtered by whatever it is you'd clicked on. You can click on, for example, let's whiz down a bit, you can click on demo, for example, and that will filter it by the 17 demos. Now it might be that we want to have links at the top that are handy filters. So for example, all demos, all long papers, lists of all students, student-led papers, that kind of thing. In the details here that I mentioned earlier, we can also put whether it's a single institute paper, a collaborative paper, an international paper. I was also thinking we could have another tab where maybe we have references, links out to other things, but we would need to maintain all that data in the spreadsheet, so we need to be careful of the cost of the data side. And then when it comes to demos, I was thinking we would have another page. This is Dave, CJ and Graham's page, and again this would be clickable, so you can just click on these. I haven't bothered doing any of this yet. It's very easy to do, but we probably want the data to stabilize first, so you'd be able to click on that and it would take you through to the demo. Now let me quickly show you the spreadsheet. So the thing that's driving this is I've reworked the spreadsheet that Michelle has been maintaining into this form. So basically all it is I've pulled the authors out separately, and there's various fields for the science library page, the paper thumbnail, the slides thumbnail, the video URL, for example. So you can see that's the Vimeo one, that's the IBM one, and the more obvious stuff. This is where we'd put the schedule, and we need to decide on what sort of structure we want that to be. There's a second tab which is people. So this is basically all the ways that people are referred to. So for example, Alan has got at least 2, if not 3 forms, but they all map to the same person. There's an organisation, a type, a country, a student, and a link to the sense page. And I haven't populated it yet, but a link to the science library page, so we can have these linking out. And then the final thing to show you is what the JSON looks like. So basically I've written a little converter that takes this new spreadsheet and creates stuff that looks like this, which you don't particularly need to worry about, but this is what drives that website. So this is very, very easy to build a website from. So the step really is take that spreadsheet data. So we need to keep this updated and possibly add new fields and columns. Generate this. Where has it gone? Here, which is just a sort of one click to make it happen. And then that will drive this very simple visualization that all the peer reviewers and anybody attending AFM can use. We need to decide where to run it. I think that will either be on Sense or it will be on the public science library, but behind an authentication mechanism. We can talk to Keith about where it's best to run it. So we need to think about the layout, whether there's any additional fields that we would want. If I'd had a little bit more time, I would, for example, have listed the, as I say, the authors, the organisations, whether it's single institute. We might want another tab with links out to related papers, links to science library, that kind of thing. So that's the piece of work that I think would be really useful to do, is to think about what the look and feel would look like and how this might work for people.